Hey folks, this is Vint with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Remnant Records. This is a game that recently released from Steam's Early Access program. You can find it for $16, but there is a 35% discount because of that recent release until January 30th, 2024. So if you like what you see here, you can get the game for about $10 or so. So what is Remnant Records? Well, it's in the same vein as Phasmophobia, Ghost Exorcism Inc. It's a horror game. It is single player and co-op up to 4 people. Unlike Phasmophobia, though, you're not really trying to figure out what the ghost type is. The game will tell you very quickly what kind of evil ghost whatever is after you, because every model it's the same. So if you see that model, you know it's that ghost type, and each ghost type does something completely different. So it takes some getting used to. There's also 4 characters that you can be. You can swap out their skins. You can even adjust your perks as you continue to use that particular character. You will gain these perk points, and then you can improve your skills. There's also an Exorcist Diary. As you play against a particular ghost type, you earn these like tickets or whatever, and then you can unlock new tips by spending those tickets. So if you're having a tough time with a particular ghost, you can spend the tickets to find out more about them. Maybe, oh, so that's their weakness. That's what I need to do for the next time, that kind of thing. There's also, like I said, a perk system. My favorite character is the Cartomancer. He's got this deck of cards, and these deck of cards do different things. One's a trap, one's like a warning light that whenever the ghost is nearby, it'll light up. But you can unlock more cards. I love that. There's also a medium, which you can see in the dark. I don't find her skills all that useful. I have a hard time judging. It's like when you use her ability, you can see like different dots around you. There's an electrician. She has the ability to shine her light very brightly, and she can also interact with the circuit breaker should the lights go off very quickly. So there's that. There's also like a bouncer, which you can bust through doors and you can help other people out of like a struggle. When the ghost gets you in this game, it's not insta-death. Rather, you have a little mini game. Okay, so there are multiple levels in this game. I think there's like 5 or 6 maps. Don't quote me on that. But you can also customize the difficulty. You can select the ghost types. There's special conditions that you unlock as you play. The difficulties range. There's 2 different kinds of difficulty settings. One is ghost aggressiveness, and the other is clue aggressiveness. Now, when I say clue, it's not pertaining to the ghost. Rather, you find notes in the environment, and these notes tell a story of what happened in that house. Now, I will admit these notes sometimes don't make any sense in how they relate to each other, but typically what you're going to do is you've got this exorcism table, this little board, and you're going to be finding objects in the environment to put on that board. Now, these objects will either be completely correct, neutral, or completely wrong. If you get enough successful objects, like if you match enough correct objects and activate the summoning or the exorcism table rather, then you will proceed to the final step, and you have to survive that, and then you win. Okay, so that's what these little notes are for. You read the notes, you try and figure out, oh, okay, so they're having depression, whatever. So maybe these pills that I found in the house, I have to put those on the board. And that might be one of the successful things that trigger the end of this particular round, that kind of thing. So you're going to try and find these notes and then find the correct items. When you activate the board, it'll light up. And if it's blue, all the different objects you put on there will light up. If it's blue, that means it's correct, white is neutral, and red is wrong. Depending on the difficulty, you have to get so many correct, but again, that's all dependent on the difficulty. So once you think you've found all the notes and you've deciphered what it is they want to put on this board, you activate the final step. Now, if it's wrong, then the ghost will hunt you guys down without proceeding to the final stage. But if you are correct, you will proceed to the final stage. And each entity type is different. One has no sight, but is very sensitive to sound. One can detect light and will attack you if you get too close. There's, I think, 6 different types. And I don't want to spoil too much there, but if you manage to survive the final exorcism step, that last bit, then you activate the board at the end, and the chains somehow shoot out, then come back, whatever, and then you win. And then you earn experience. You earn the role points to help you unlock more perks. There's also a profile level that will unlock new things in the game for you. That is the general gameplay flow. Now, my complaints with this game, there's only two things really that I think need to be improved, but other than that, this game is fun to play, especially with other people. One is interacting with objects in the environment. You have to click and hold and drag it around. There is no dedicated pickup button. Like hitting E or F does not pick up an item. You have to click and drag and hold. And with people with carpal tunnel or whatever, that's annoying. Like, my wrists hurt after playing this game because I have to click and hold and click and hold for a while, drag the object downstairs and put it on the board. Or the doors, they're annoying. Trying to open and close them, sometimes I can't, like, you click and hold and I think you have to, like, swing the mouse up if you want to open it and down if you want to close it. But there's no, like, dedicated hit E to open the door or hit F to open the door. There's none of that. That's something, for accessibility reasons, I think needs to be added. The other issue is the notes. Even on the easiest difficulty settings, sometimes it's very difficult to figure out what items the notes are talking about. Some feel like red herrings, but like I feel like the notes are too vague in some places. And this is something my fiance agrees with. She doesn't like the note system either. She thinks they're too hard to decipher. Some of them are fairly obvious, and some we just get correctly because, well, there's a bloody knife. It has to do something with that, I guess. So we're going to throw that on the board anyway. So like I feel like the notes are a bit too cryptic. And I think I know why the developer's doing that, like to add some guesswork to this. But on an easier difficulty setting, there should be no guesswork. It's find the notes, find the items, and boom, you're done. On a higher difficulty, then yeah, maybe do that. Maybe have it be a bit more cryptic. So aside from those two things, we really enjoyed playing this game. I mean, it's not the best game out there. The graphics and the art could stand to be a bit improved, but it's still fun trying to puzzle out what the different entities do and what their exorcism steps. You know, maybe in this exorcism, this creature, you have to get all the bells in the level, and that will exorcise it. Sometimes you can just wait them out. It might take 5 minutes, but you can just run out the clock, and as long as you survive, you win. It is possible to cheese these ghosts a bit too, like standing on tables, for example. I've gotten out of some really weird situations. There's also a new ghost type that was recently added as part of this 1.0. I'm still trying to figure that one out. So yeah, this game is fairly good. Check it out. If you are interested in getting it, definitely get it while it is 35% off. So there you go, folks. That was Remnant Records. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you all next time. Take care.